Hi all, welcome to my channel again. So in this session we are going to discuss about a project where we are going to deploy nginx web app through AWS Fargate and ECS and ECR. We are going to use these services from the AWS. So and I have mentioned everything in this blog. You can go through this blog by using this link which I will be keeping in the description box. This is just a part 1. Please do watch the part 2 also for the entire project. Okay, let's go through it. And the contents in this are aim. So first we will discuss the aim and the prerequisite which are required to do this project, and the project build like cloning the source code from the GitHub, configuring image in AWS ECR, configuring IAM, and the next steps we are going to discuss in the part 2. So please do watch that video also, which I am going to post after this session. So let's discuss aim. The aim is to deploy an nginx application image through AWS ECR to AWS Fargate and ECS to make our application live. So the prerequisite is writing a Docker file to build an image and building AWS EC2 instance. Cloning the source code from the GitHub is the first step. So let's go to the GitHub repository and copy the source code URL like this. So go to your repository, and when you click on this code you will get the link, https link. So copy only that https link and create an EC2 instance in here we need to copy this https link and clone the repository. So here create an EC2 instance in AWS Management Console. As you all know how to create AWS EC2 instance. Okay, so as you all know how to create this instance in AWS Management Console, go through and create it. If you don't know, then you can just watch my previous videos where you can see how to create an EC2 instance video, and you can create one. Then navigate to the EC2 instance. So clone this repository which we copied in this step here like this. Okay, clone. Here what we are doing, first we are initializing the git repository, then we are just cloning it. Then after cloning you can see the whatever the directory which is present, and when you go inside that then you can see the docker file and all the necessary files which are required for the deployment. So next, configuring image in AWS ECR. So navigate to AWS ECR, which is an elastic container registry which is used to store the images which we build using the Docker. Okay, so just navigate to that from the AWS console and create a repository. So here we are I have selected the public repository and give the repo name. Then you can just, after giving this repo name, you just select all the operating systems and versions according to the OS of Fargate you would select. Okay, then finally create the repository. So here after clicking on create repository, then you can see the public repository for the created repository. So this is the repository which you just created in Amazon ECR, which you can see. So these are all the services which we are using from the AWS cloud itself, which you can go through it once before like starting this video. Like you need to know like which service do what kind of task, or for what kind of use these services are present in AWS cloud. So all of these things first you can go through it, then you will get better understanding of what I'm saying. Okay, so next is configuring IAM. You all know how to create an IAM user as I have already explained in the previous session. So here I will just give you a just brief of that again. So create an IAM user in the AWS management console. From there you can just go to this service IAM. Then it has the policies required for accessing the ECR. So after creating this user, so here I have created a user which you can already see DevOps underscore user. Then it has the policies for accessing the ECR. Just go to the policies and give the permissions so that we can access the AWS ECR and install the AWS CLI in the AWS EC2 machine. So these are the steps which we need to execute. Sudo apt install AWS CLI. Then it will download the AWS CLI. We just need to give us when it will ask us to continue. Then it will just install the AWS CLI in your EC2 machine. Then connect the EC2 instance with AWS Management Console through AWS CLI. So the EC2 instance which you are working on, connect that instance with AWS Management Console through AWS CLI. AWS configure is a command. There we need to give the access key and the secret access. Then the default region. Then the next steps I am going to discuss in the next session. So please do watch the next session to get a better knowledge of this entire project of deploying an nginx image. So thanks for watching until the end. If you want to go through this blog, you can check this link from the description box. So please do watch the next session also, which will give you the entire project perspective, like from what I am saying, the deploying of a nginx web app through AWS Fargate and ECS ECR, all of these things we are using in this session. So please do watch the part 2 also so that you will get better understanding of this project. Thanks for watching until the end.